example, we're going to be looking at you figuring out what the actual rule is. And they're going to give you a table, and we're going to do this in steps just to figure it out in an easy, concise way. So let's go ahead and look at this example. Use words and symbols to describe the value of each term as a function of its position. Then find the value of the 10th term. They might tell you find the value of the 10th term, the 3rd term, the 9th term. But the first thing you have to do is you have to find what the pattern is. So if you look at the first table here, it has the input. I'm going to put, it says position, but the position really is the same thing as input. Oh, and I do not want a thick marker because we saw how that went. Oh, let me erase this. We want a thinner marker. So here I'm going to put input. Input. That's what I'm putting in. That's what I start with. And this would be the same thing as your output. Output. What it pops out. If it's a machine, if I put this number in and out pops this number, the output. So again, in the machine I put 1 and it pops out 3. And we learned from the last example that if the numbers are increasing, you're either adding or multiplying by something. I input this number, the position number, the starter number, and out pops 6. So 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9. You're asking yourself, how do you get from 1 to 3? What did they multiply or add? Remember, it has to work out for each number the same thing in order to get the output. So you might say, oh, maybe they're adding by 2. Let's say that's what you thought. Whoops. Well, that went crazy. What's happening? Whoops. Let's try that again. Adding 2 right here. 1 plus 2 is 3. Well, let's see if it works here. Does 2 plus 2 give you 6? Nope, it doesn't. So you're like, oh, okay, so now we know they're not adding. Let's try multiplying. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try the multiplication here. So 1 times what gives you 3? Oh, it's times 3. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. 2 times 3, same thing. I get 6. Then I do 3 times 3. Remember, I'm continuing this pattern. Oh, it works. Okay, we're pretty sure it works. Okay, so if you notice they're going 1, 2, 3, 4. If I continue this, I want to know what the 10th term is. I don't really need to know what the 5th term is. They want to know, hey, what is the 10th term? I can pretty much rest assured that by the time I get to the 10th term, somewhere down here, if I continue this all the way, that all I need to do is basically continue the pattern. If I multiplied each input by 3, then all I do is multiply the 10 by 3. And I'm going to be pretty sure that the output, or the value of the term, would end up being 30, right? So that's one of the answers, but now I have to also tell them what the rule is. I am multiplying each position number by 3. So each number is being multiplied by 3. So literally, whatever the number is, n stands for the number, which could be any one of these numbers, I multiply by 3. Now typically we always put the number in front of the letter, call it the coefficient, because we don't usually write it like this. It doesn't even look algebraically sound to me, so we put the number in front of the letter, not like this. We put the 3 times the n. Okay, so please don't write it like that. So that's my first answer, and then my second answer was to find the value of the 10th term, which we already saw that it is 30. So we have 2 answers. The rule, 3 times n. The answer for the 10th term is 30.